Human beings can be awful cruel to one another. Jim said that bees won't sting idiots, but I didn't believe that, because I tried them lots of times myself, and they wouldn't sting me. Right is right, and wrong is wrong, and a body ain't got no business doing wrong when he ain't ignorant and knows better. Hain't we got all the fools in town on our side? And hain't that a big enough majority in any town? What's the use you learning to do right when it's troublesome to do right and ain't no trouble to do wrong? And the wages is just the same. Stars and shadows ain't good to see by. Now we'll start this band of robbers and call it Tom Sawyer's gang. Everybody that wants to join has got to take an oath and write his name in blood. Be respectful to your superiors if you have any. The difference between the almost right word and the right word is really a large matter. 'Tis the difference between the lightning bug and the lightning. I was seldom able to see an opportunity until it had ceased to be one. I have found out that there ain't no surer way to find out whether you like people or hate them than to travel with them. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd druther not. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities. Truth isn't. He had discovered a great law of human action without knowing it, namely, that in order to make a man or a boy covet a thing, it is only necessary to make the thing difficult to obtain. Here was a gorgeous triumph. They were missed. They were mourned. Hearts were breaking on their account. Tears were being shed. Accusing memories of unkindnesses to these poor lost lads were rising up, and unavailing regrets and remorse were being indulged. And best of all, the departed were the talk of the whole town, and the envy of all the boys, as far as this dazzling notoriety was concerned. This was fine. It was worth being a pirate after all. Huckleberry was cordially hated and dreaded by all the mothers of the town because he was idle and lawless and vulgar and bad, and because all their children admired him so, and delighted in his forbidden society, and wished they dared to be like him. The elastic heart of youth cannot be compressed into one constrained shape long at a time. I ain't doing my duty by that boy, and that's the Lord's truth, goodness knows. Spare the rod and spile the child, as the good book says. I'm a-laying up sin and suffering for us both, I know. He's full of the old scratch, but laws o' me. He's my own dead sister's boy, poor thing, and I ain't got the heart to lash him somehow. Every time I let him off, my conscience does hurt me so, and every time I hit him, my old heart most breaks. Tom appeared on the sidewalk with a bucket of whitewash and a long-handled brush. He surveyed the fence, and all gladness left him, and a deep melancholy settled down upon his spirit. 30 yards of board fence 9 feet high. Life to him seemed hollow, and existence but a burden. I could forgive the boy now, if he'd committed a million sins. He was not the model boy of the village. He knew the model boy very well, though, and loathed him. Oh, they just have a bully time. Take ships and burn them, and get the money and bury it in awful places in their island where there's ghosts and things to watch. And kill everybody in the ships. Make 'em walk a plank. They don't kill the women. They're too noble. And the women's always beautiful, too. Work consists of whatever a body is obliged to do, and play consists of whatever a body is not obliged to do. Often, the less there is to justify a traditional custom, the harder it is to get rid of it. You only just tell a boy you won't ever have anybody but him, ever, 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 and then you kiss, and that's all. Anybody can do it. They said they would rather be outlaws a year in Sherwood Forest than President of the United States forever. What the insane father required was blood and misery. He was indifferent as to who furnished it.